My name is Emily Carter, and at 34, I'd poured everything I had into Sierra Peak Consulting, a top-tier marketing firm in downtown Denver, Colorado. The kind of place where the Rocky Mountains loom like silent guardians through the office windows, reminding you that life's bigger than spreadsheets and client calls. For 3 years, I'd been the go-to crisis fixer, the one who turned potential disasters into triumphs. Weekends blurred into weekdays. Relationships fizzled out. And my apartment gathered dust while I chased that elusive dream of making it big in the corporate world. I figured loyalty was the golden ticket. Show up, deliver, and the rewards would follow.
Boy,
Was I wrong? It all started in the crisp air of early fall, when the aspens were turning gold up in the foothills. Our office was a modern beast, 20 stories of glass and steel, buzzing with ambition. I knew every corner, the security guard, Hank, who'd share stories about his ranch outside Boulder, the best spot for that pre-dawn coffee brew at 6:47 a.m., even the quirky elevator that always dinged twice on the 14th floor. My desk was prime real estate, right by those Mountain View windows. Stocked like a survival kit, spare clothes, toiletries, and enough energy bars to outlast a blizzard. Personal touches? A faded photo from my UC Boulder graduation, a half-dead cactus I'd meant to water, and a mug from my ex,
Jake.
that read, "World's okayest employee." He'd bailed 6 months back, tired of me ghosting our dates for emergency client meetings. "You're hitched to that job, he'd said, slamming the door. "I'm just the sidekick who crashes on your couch." He had a point. My old college buddies had stopped texting invites. My brother in Seattle gave up on family trips. And even my neighbor quit asking me to water her plants. But I told myself it was worth it. This was building something real. Michael Reynolds, our VP of Client Relations, had been my mentor from day one. Silver-haired, sharp as a tack. He taught me the ropes, reading client vibes, dodging office politics, anticipating needs before they hit the fan. Under him, I'd gone from green junior manager to the queen of high-stakes saves. Take our biggest client, Pacific Harvest Foods, an organic grocery giant out of Portland, but with massive ops in the West. When their eco-friendly product launch tanked due to a supply chain snafu, I pulled 72 hours straight, rebuilding the whole campaign on coffee and grit. That move saved 40% of our revenue. Michael even name-dropped me in the shareholder call. Pacific Harvest became my world. I knew their demographics from Seattle hipsters to Arizona retirees, their sales projections by heart, and I'd built solid bonds with their execs. Their CMO, Alex Thompson, had my cell on speed dial. Sunday brunches or midnight panics didn't matter. Life had rhythm. Early mornings hiking the trails around Red Rocks to clear my head, then diving into the grind. Sacrifices felt like investments, aiming for that senior director spot, maybe even equity. Michael had hinted at it in my last review. "Keep grinding, Emily. You're the backbone here. It won't go unnoticed." I believed him. In the West, where folks value hard work like ranchers value rain, I thought merit mattered. But signs crept in, the kind you ignore when you're knee-deep in deliverables. Closed-door huddles I wasn't looped into. Michael's vibe shifting from warm pats on the back to curt nods. Break room chats dying when I walked in. Running on fumes. I chalked it up to stress. Then, one Monday at dawn, I spotted her through Michael's glass office walls. Olivia Hayes, laughing too easily, her hand grazing his arm. Honey blonde, polished like a magazine ad, in a suit that screamed East Coast elite. "That's Olivia," whispered my buddy Liam from IT, slinging his bag. Started today from Summit Marketing. Michael's been raving about her. At 28, Olivia had a Wharton MBA and that effortless charm that turns heads. In the team huddle, Michael introduced her. Olivia brings fresh vibes from the competition. She'll shadow to ramp up fast. His hand lingered near her back, subtle. But I caught it. Fresh vibes stung like a slap. What did that make me? Stale bread? Over 2 weeks. Olivia glued herself to Michael. She popped into my strategy sessions, jotting on her fancy tablet, tossing out ideas that were basically my old plays repackaged. But Michael ate it up, nodding like she'd invented the wheel. My Thursday check-ins with Pacific Harvest? Now co-led by her for growth. She'd ask rookie questions, yet Michael praised her diligence. My coworker Sarah muttered over lunch salads, "Weird how Olivia always parrots Michael's takes." Huh. Yeah. I'd noticed, echoing his opinions with a twist, laughing at his lame ski jokes we'd all heard a million times. She'd linger late only when he did. Their offices lit like beacons against the Denver skyline. Exclusions ramped up. The Q4 planning powwow, promotions, budgets happened without me. Keeping it tight, Michael shrugged. Then Olivia got my client files for backup. Redundancy, he called it. Alex from Pacific mentioned her calls. Your new teammate reached out about spring ideas. Whispers hit. Lunches at that cozy spot on Larimer Square. Not the usual power haunts. Weekend conferences in Aspen that smelled fishy. Liam warned me by the elevators. Watch out.
Eminencia.
She's pulling your files, presentations, emails, everything. Michael's greenlit director-level access for her. Restructuring buzz started. Optimization, making everyone twitchy. Michael assured me, "You're key, Emily." But his eyes dodged mine. I started logging it all, meetings skipped, files nabbed. Gut said this wasn't random. Paranoia? Maybe. But in the wild west of business, you trust instincts or get bushwhacked. The axe dropped on a Thursday, crisp with that mountain chill. HR's Karen showed at my desk, all hands in 5. The room crackled. Michael announced, "We're evolving. Olivia will lead key accounts, including Pacific Harvest. Fresh energy clients love. To me, Emily, you'll shift to internal strategy support docs. Training." It hit like a gut punch. Support? After saving millions? But Pacific wants me on the holiday push. I pushed back.
Decided, he said.
They're pumped for Olivia's direction. The meeting blurred after that. Colleagues shot pity glances, some already scheming their angles. Olivia sat serene in her designer getup, like she'd won the lottery. I cornered Michael post-meeting. 3 years.
Mike.
Non-stop hustle. What's this really? He fiddled papers. Firm needs a certain image. Olivia's got connections. That spark we want. Spark? I saved Pacific last year. 12 mil in revenue. Appreciated. Same pay in the new gig. It's not cash, it's respect. Your promises. Business ain't about promises.
Eminencia.
You know that. Back at my desk. Access gutted. Folders locked. HR email outline grunt work. Databases. Research. Soul-sucking. Olivia swung by. Emily. Huge respect for your stuff. Let's sync on transitions. Nuances in Pacific ties. Nuances? She'd swiped my files. All documented. I deadpanned. Day dragged with whispers and averted eyes. Only Liam spoke truth. This stinks.
Eminencia.
Everyone knows Olivia's cozying up to Mike. That night, in my bare-bones apartment overlooking the city lights, I scrolled Olivia's LinkedIn. Fresh post, thrilled to lead at Sierra Peak. Handling Pacific Harvest. Michael commented, game changer talent. 3 weeks in, and she owned it. Next morning, I dug. Liam's tip on logs helped. Emails showed Olivia submitting my Pacific proposal verbatim. Just rebranded. Timestamps, her late-night downloads. Then, her pitch to Michael. Worse, pre-hire threads with him. Consults at his Lodo loft. 1. As discussed last night, Emily's style needs modernizing. Once I'm in, we'll tweak.
In. Calculated.
Liam showed badge logs, weekend entries together. Late exits. Parking cams hinted more. Personal emails to Alex. Emily's fried. Errors creeping. Errors? She sent him a doctored report with my typo, one-eyed fixed. Blood boiled. This wasn't evolution, it was sabotage. I called Alex direct. Wondered when you'd ping. Transition feels off. Alex. Straight up, not my choice. Olivia's spinning tales. He paused. She said you stepped back voluntarily. Errors too. Bogus. Proof here. We talked an hour, trust rebuilt. Friday. The storm hit. Pacific's holiday launch, my baby. 3 months' work, imploded. Ads popped next to toxic content. Anti-eco rants clashing their green brand. Social blue. Pacific failed trending. Influencers posted rival plugs same day. Billing mess. Olivia simplified rebates. Dinging them 6 figures. My cell exploded. Alex. Frantic.
Ing.
Disaster. Ads wrong. Influencers rogue. Invoice screwy. On it, but need Mike's sign-off. Legal red tape. He pushed. Get it. Michael appeared. Laptop in hand. Credentials ready. Jaw tight. Please. I worked deliberately. Crowd gathering. Commentary flowed. Context filter skipped. Weekly updates key. Influencers needed competitor cross-checks. Heads nodded. Respect returned. Sarah called midfix. More. Influencers flipping to rivals. My monitoring dash? Passed to Olivia. Olivia choked, clueless. By noon, ads fixed. But damage spread. Influencer scandal looked shady. At 2 p.m., Alex conferenced. 3 hours in.
Panhead?
Billing botch. Mike. What gives? Michael eyed me. Then Olivia scrambling. Want Emily back.
Non negotiable.
Or contract review. Silence. 40% revenue online. Olivia bolted red-faced. Michael trailed. I kept fixing. Savoring quietly. Sarah whispered. Poetic. But I had ammo. Board emergency at 5. I prepped since spotting the rot. Slides. Logs. Recordings, Colorado's one-party consent. Boardroom commanded mountain views. CEO Laura Bennett at head. Explain this mess. I presented. My track record. Then timeline. Removed 4 freshness. But facts. Olivia plagiarized proposals. Screenshots up. Files accessed pre-hire. Submitted as hers. Laura leaned in. Plagiarism? Logs show it. More. Emails.
Logs.
Her apex exit amid similar claims. Alex confirmed undermining. Recordings Michael's business ain't promises and Olivia's smug call. Mike, and I click. Your grind doesn't beat playing smart. Laura iced. Mike? He stammered. Thought Olivia sparked team. Or more? Olivia snapped. Personal irrelevant. Alex, you bungled basics. Laura. Olivia. Fired for theft.
Fraud.
Mike. Suspended investigation. As they left, Laura to me. Apology owed. Reinstated as senior director. 20% bump. Report to me. Smile small. Thanks. You saved us.
Outside.
I breathed deep, Rocky steady as ever. The next day, orchids from Pacific arrived, to irreplaceable Emily. Welcome home. Office vibe flipped. Congrats poured in. Sarah with coffee. Legend. Liam fist bumped. Legal nodded. But no victory laps. Work called. Salvaged campaign. Negotiated influencers back. Reconfigured ads. By Thursday, Pacific success trended. Laura joined my Pacific board pitch. Emily embodies Sierra Peak. Standing ovation.
Mine.
2 weeks on.
Olivia mensagem de LinkedIn. Hunts. Blame.
Archived. No reply. Some wins need silence. Michael's probe uncovered vendor kickbacks. Fired. Rep torched. Moved to Wyoming. Flopped consulting. Real win. 3 months later. Laura's office. New role, VP Strategic Accounts. Equity. Leadership seat. Thought of sacrifices. Then resilience. Yes. Evening wine. Texts rolled. Jake congrats regret-laced. Brother calling proud. Neighbor knocking. One big. Proof competence trumps games. But here's where it shifts. 6 months post-chaos. At a Vegas conference, neon contrasting desert calm, I keynote crisis management. Spotted Olivia in back. Badge from a tiny startup. Scribbling. Eyes met. She averted.
Post talk.
Execs offered jobs. Declined. Sierra Peak mine. Packing. She approached hesitant. Emily. Can we talk? Guard up. But West's forgiveness ethos nudged. Coffee shop. She spilled. I messed up. Thought shortcuts worked. Mike promised the world. Tears. Lost everything. Family disappointed. Softened. Olivia. Wasn't just theft. Trust broken. She nodded. No now. Grinding interviews. Learning real. Share tips. Build genuine. West values grit over flash. She thanked. Hint of change. Months later. Her message. Landed gig legit. Thanks for talk. Smiled. Revenge?
Nah. Growth.
Lesson. Betrayal stings. But rising above. Extending hand. That's power. Loyalty to self. Balanced life. That's the win. Work eased. Hiked more. Reconnected friends. Jake. Coffee led to second chances. Sierra Peak thrived under fair play.
In Denver's vast skies.
Learned. Storms pass. Mountains endure. So do we.
Kinda.
Wait. That was the turning point. But let's back up a bit to fill in the gaps. After the board meeting, life didn't just snap back to perfect. There were loose ends. Legal ripples that needed tying up. In Colorado, where laws protect whistleblowers but demand proof, I worked closely with our legal team to document everything without overstepping. No vigilante justice, just facts laid bare. The investigation into Michael revealed not just the affair but a pattern of favoritism that had quietly eroded team morale. Turns out, others had stories, overlooked promotions, stolen ideas. My case opened the floodgates, leading to policy overhauls, mandatory ethics training, anonymous reporting hotlines. It felt good. Knowing my ordeal sparked real change, making the workplace fairer for the next Emily out there. Olivia's termination was clean, per employment laws, at-will state, but with cause documented to avoid wrongful dismissal suits. She didn't fight it, probably knew the evidence was ironclad. But that conference encounter? It humanized her. In the West, where vast landscapes humble you, it's hard to hold grudges forever. Over coffee. Amid the buzz of slot machines in the distance, she opened up about her pressures, family expectations after Wharton, the cutthroat East Coast scene pushing her to play the game. I thought that's how you win, she admitted. But it cost me my integrity. I shared my side, the burnout, the isolation. Winning at all costs. It's a lonely summit. We parted not as friends, but with mutual respect. Months later, her update about the new job, entry level, but earned, showed growth. Maybe that's the personnel van bid. Redemption's possible if you own your mistakes. Back at Sierra Peak, my VP role meant more than a title. Equity gave skin in the game, like owning a piece of the ranch. I pushed for work-life balance initiatives, flexible hours, mental health days, even team-building hikes in the Rockies. Pacific Harvest renewed with bonuses. Alex joking, "You're stuck with us now." Personal life bloomed too. Jake and I rekindled slowly, dinners overlooking the Platte River. Honest talks about boundaries. No more all-nighters, I promised. He grinned. Deal. As long as I get some of those mountain views with you. Family visits ramped up. Brother flew in for Broncos games. Even adopted a rescue dog.
Scout.
For trail runs, reminders that life's not just boardrooms. But drama lingered in small ways. Rumors swirled about Michael's failed ventures, pity more than schadenfreude. I focused forward, mentoring juniors like Liam. Teaching, document, deliver. But don't lose yourself. The article lesson? In America's West, where pioneers forged paths through adversity, true success blends ambition with compassion. Betrayals happen, but how you respond defines you.
Rise.
But lift others too. One crisp spring day, scouting locations for a Pacific photo shoot in the foothills. It hit me. 3 years weren't wasted. They forged resilience. The mountains, eternal and unmoved by human squabbles, whispered that. Wrapping it up, the story's arc taught me, and hopefully you, that corporate climbs are rugged trails, full of switchbacks. But at the peak,
Clarity.
I didn't just expose the betrayal, I evolved from it. Olivia found her footing elsewhere. Michael faded into obscurity, and Sierra Peak emerged stronger. Policies tightened like a well-knotted lasso. My life? Balanced now. Board meetings by day. Sunsets with Jake and Scout by evening. The West spirit, vast, forgiving, enduring, infused it all. Lesson light. Loyalty's a two-way street. When it's one-sided, pave your own path with integrity. And sometimes, extending grace turns foes into footnotes, not villains. That's the real triumph.